I wouldn't trust Obama going and shaking Iranian leaders, supreme leaders' hands because I don't trust him. I think he'd sell us down the drain, and he did. Now, Trump going to North Korea trying to reach a peace deal, that I'm open-minded to. That I think I can deal with because Trump cares about this country, and that's the fundamental difference. Now, unlike CNN and MSNBC, which Trump calls the enemy of the people today, our country's biggest enemy, and he's right, we are not trying to sell you a bill of goods. We are not trying to lie to you. This is not propaganda. It's Wednesday, June 13th, 2018. This is the Alex Jones Show, and there is a bunch of news to get to, just general news developing here in the United States. We're going to cover all of that in the first hour. President Trump is fighting back against the mainstream globalist corporate news that has been lying about him since day one. And he now says on Twitter that fake news, the likes of NBC and CNN, are our country's biggest enemy. Now, I actually want to address something that I'm seeing in the trends, not just from leftists or liberals on television, but a lot of, well, people that we refer to as cuck-servatives. And it's okay. I understand why you would take this angle of covering Donald Trump with North Korea and the Kim summit, saying, oh, if Obama did this, you'd be freaking out. In fact, actually, there's a clip. Somebody put the clip together. I could go find this. Of Fox News, I think it was 5 years ago, when Obama said that he would meet with Kim Jong-un, of course, never did. And Fox News, there's a whole like 3-minute video of everyone on Fox News bashing Obama, raking him over the coals for even saying he would meet with Kim Jong-un. And so then Trump does it, and of course Fox News is all about it. And even though there's an element of truth to that, most of those people are maybe just reading off teleprompters, but even though there's an element of truth to that, and I would understand why you would take that angle and say, hey, look, we were saying negative things if Obama would have done it. Why are we saying it's positive now that Trump is doing it? And a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, Bill Clinton signed a deal with North Korea that said they would de-nuke too, and it just kind of hit a standstill. It never really developed. And you can use that same argument. A lot of people are. They're saying, why, you know, Bill Clinton did this and you hated it. Now Trump's doing it and you love it. Or Obama did this, you hated it. Trump's doing it and you love it. But there's a difference. There's a key difference. If you're going to analyze something that Bill Clinton did as president, or something Barack Obama did as president, or even George Bush for that matter, one and the same to me, their interests, their motives were not the same as President Trump's. And that is the difference. So there's a very fundamental difference when you approach this, trying to analyze why President Trump does something versus why an Obama or a Bush or a Clinton does it. I believe that President Trump genuinely has America's best interest at heart. If you want to debate on foreign policy, fair enough. But domestically, there really is no debate. Domestically, it's not even close. No president can prove it with all the accomplishments and the numbers and the analytics that they genuinely put America first and wanted to see the country succeed like it has. Or you could just say they were all incompetent and just couldn't get it done, and Trump's the only one that could get it done. He's the only one smart enough. Either way. But so that's the fundamental difference when you're approaching this stuff and someone tries to bring up, you know, Bill Clinton did this, Bush did this, Obama did this. They didn't have the people's best interest at heart. They had special interest at heart. They had the deep state interest at heart. That's the difference here. It's like what I was saying yesterday. Why did Trump get the economy GDP over 3%. Why did Trump become the first U.S. president to meet with North Korea? Why did Trump decide to get us out of the Paris Climate Accord? Why is Trump doing all this? Because he wanted to. Why is black unemployment at a record low? Because Trump wanted to fix the economy. He wanted to bring jobs back. He wanted to get manufacturing going. He wanted to fire up the coal mines again. That's the fundamental difference. He genuinely wants to help America. And you have to understand that when getting into these debates about Bush doing this, Obama doing this, Clinton doing this, they didn't care about America. They had their own interests. They had their own special interests. They were concerned about what the media might say. That's the difference. And it's amazing to me how so many people don't understand that. And it's mostly the people on television. But it is funny when you see people saying, how dare? It's like, okay, imagine if Obama decided to have a summit with the Ayatollah of Iran and was shaking his hand and had a meeting with him. Well, based on what I saw from Obama and the Iran deal, which, remember, was celebrated. I also went back and I watched all the media covering the Iran deal. It was celebrated. It was hailed as the greatest thing. Oh, what an accomplishment for Obama. Accomplished nothing. What did it accomplish for America? Nothing. Have you noticed any difference since the deal was nixed by Trump? No, because it didn't do anything for America. That's why Iran's so upset, because it helped Iran. So you look at the results and you say, okay, here's Trump, first president to meet with North Korea. This is going to be a multiple stage development here, but he's meeting with North Korea. He now says there's no threat for war. He wants to denuke them. He's trying to sell real estate interest to Kim Jong-un, saying this should be where your mindset is. And who knows if this is able to pan itself out or not. The point is, he's not going over there to help somebody that's trying to harm us. He's not going over there for North Korea to screw America over. That's what Obama did with Iran. They took hundreds of billions of dollars from us. They had access to our financial system, and the deal wasn't even official. And now everybody realizes that the Iran deal was a total failure. And all Trump is doing is trying to work out a peace deal with North Korea. And he understands even more so than that, even if the peace deal doesn't work out, the historic significance of meeting and being the first president ever to meet with North Korea is such a development in a different direction than we've been going. It changes the course of history. So that's the difference. That's the fundamental difference. So yes, I wouldn't trust Obama going and shaking Iranian leaders, supreme leaders' hands, because I don't trust him. I think he'd sell us down the drain, and he did. Now, Trump going to North Korea trying to reach a peace deal, that I'm open-minded to. That I think I can deal with because Trump cares about this country, and that's the fundamental difference. Now, unlike CNN and MSNBC, which Trump calls the enemy of the people today, our country's biggest enemy, and he's right, we are not trying to sell you a bill of goods. We are not trying to lie to you. This is not propaganda, okay? That's what CNN is. That's what MSNBC are. And we get our funding from you at InfoWarsStore.com. We don't get it from Big Pharma. We don't get it from all the companies that you see advertising on CNN and MSNBC. We get it from you by selling products at InfoWarsStore.com. That's our business model. We operate independently from anyone else's influence other than yours. So there's huge specials going on right now, the Super Summer Sale. You've got free shipping store-wide. You've got 50% off some of the top-selling products like DNA Force Plus, Pollen Block, Super Male Vitality, Nascent Iodine X2, Survival Shield, the Real Red Pill. It's all at InfoWarsStore.com. Check it out. Try the toothpaste if you haven't tried the toothpaste yet. I don't know what you're waiting for. Shampoo, body wash, household items like that are also available. And again, it's the last chance. This is about to end, the Super Summer Sale. at InfoWarsStore.com. Free shipping store-wide. 50% off Brain Force Plus. That's one of our top sellers, top-rated products. So if you're a big fan of Brain Force Plus, now's the time to stock up. 50% off Brain Force Plus at InfoWarsStore.com. All right, we'll be right back, and I'll break down what to expect, and we'll get into some of the news. Don't go anywhere. This is The Alex Jones Show.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
You're a white male! You're a white man!
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news, and they're talking about people that go and say all sorts of things. But I will tell you, some of the media outlets that I deal with are fake news, more so than anybody. I could name them, but I won't bother. But you have few sitting right in front of us. So they're very, very dishonest people. But I think it's just something we're going to have to live with. I guess the advantage I have is that I can speak back. When it happens to somebody that doesn't have that kind of a megaphone, they can't speak back. It's a very sad thing. I've seen people destroyed. I've seen people absolutely destroyed. And I think it's very unfair. So all I can ask for is honest reporters. Information that was false and fake and never happened got released to the public. As far as BuzzFeed, which is a failing pile of garbage, writing it, I think they're going to suffer the consequences. They already are.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question?
Go ahead.
No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
Since you are attacking
No,
our news
not you.
organization,
Not you.
Can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are
is
attacking
terrible.
our news organization.
Your organization
Can you give us a
is
chance
terrible.
to
Let's
ask
go.
a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can
Quiet.
you state...
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
Can you state
She's
categorically...
asking a question. Don't
Mr.
be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you
No,
give
I'm
us
not
a
going to give you a
question?
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically...
You are fake news.
Sir.
Round 2. Fight.
Go ahead.
Just one more follow-up.
Should I let him have a little bit more? What do you think, Peter? Peter, should I let him have a little bit more? Sit down. Sit down.
Just because of the attack of fake news and attacking our network, I just want to ask you, sir.
I'm changing it from fake news, though.
Doesn't that undermine?
Very fake news.
I know, but aren't you?
Flawless victory.
I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people. Because they have no sources. They just make them up when there are none. You know, the dishonest media, they'll say, he didn't get a standing ovation. You know why? No, you know why? Because everybody stood and nobody sat. So they will say, he never got a standing ovation, right? That's the way they are. They are the worst. Donald Trump did not get a standing ovation. They leave out the part, they never sat down. They leave that out. They're very dishonest people. In fact, in covering my comments, the dishonest media did not explain that I called the fake news the enemy of the people, the fake news. They dropped off the word fake. And all of a sudden, the story became the media is the enemy. They take the word fake out. And now I'm saying, oh, no, this is no good. But that's the way they are. So I'm not against the media. I'm not against the press. I don't mind bad stories if I deserve them. And I tell you, I love good stories, but we won't. I don't get too many of them. But I am only against the fake news, media, or press. Fake. Fake. They have to leave that word.
Nourish a probiotic-friendly environment in your gut with prebiotic fiber by InfoWars Life. Help the good bacteria thrive and support overall digestive health with our specially formulated prebiotic fiber, a mixture of clinically studied and organic acacia, fruit, and flax fiber. Prebiotic fiber is soluble fiber that ferments in the gut to help feed good bacteria, which helps you digest food, absorb nutrients, and even supports your immune system. InfoWars Life's cutting-edge formula only brings you the highest quality, organic, and clinically studied ingredients. Cheap prebiotic fibers are used up only at the beginning of the colon, but our premium organic acacia fiber is slowly digested by the good bacteria throughout the entire colon for maximum prebiotic effect. Head to InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.